Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 30th. This week, we're just going to jump right in here. You have this building blocks card and this community card. So, if you're trying to build a community, clearly, this would be very good for you. I also feel like if you're just trying to get support, that there could be, support or more support coming in for you, especially if you feel like you've been, I kind of feel like some of you are finding like a new community to belong to. It's funny, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, maybe you feel like you've been, kicked out of a community or that you no longer belong to a community. But really, I kind of feel you're just finding like your place in the world, on a very simple level here. And yeah, look, Three of Pentacles is teamwork. It's almost as if, you're finding your tribe, or maybe that's what's going on here. It might seem like you're being isolated or, whatever the case may be, but I kind of feel that you're, finding like better people to surround yourself with, more supportive situations, excuse me. Just, pretty much all that stuff. And, that seems to be your focus. You have the Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Chariot. Plain and simple, I feel like you are definitely leaving something toxic behind. We go up to the Devil here. And again, not only that, you have the Ten of Swords over here. Yeah, look, see, you're heading towards a much brighter future. I was a little bit worried at the beginning of this reading here. But see, I think that this is saying that some of you are this is more like a naturally... the energy I get here is just more naturally drifting away from something, if that makes sense. Where it's like sometimes I think we just don't resonate with like a group of people anymore, or we don't resonate with our job anymore or a relationship anymore. And, I hope that makes sense. That's really what I'm getting here, is that you're heading towards, a place that you more resonate with. We are in a time of great change. You literally end with the Star, which is Aquarius. We have Pluto going back into Aquarius soon. It is going to retrograde back into Capricorn, and then at the end of next year, November-ish, it's going to actually move back into Aquarius to stay. But it kind of is interesting because, to me, this is like one of the most powerful cusps that exists, that cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius, especially with a change planet like Pluto that changes generations. It's a generational planet. So, we're definitely due for some major changes. We're already seeing it happen. But again, on a personal level, it could be, you evolving. I believe we're in a time of evolution, basically, where it's like you are, evolving as a person. So again, of course, along with that could come some situations that are maybe a little bit uncomfortable with people or, whatever experiences you're having, but it's probably leading to something better. Also, personally, I like the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive. So, I know everybody reads this as lying, cheating, stealing, and it definitely can represent lying, cheating, stealing. But, he is stealing those swords from that army in the background, and he's being tactical. So instead of going directly to war with this army, he's stealing their swords so they can't be used against them in battle. You have the Chariot. The Chariot, what's interesting also is that the Chariot and the Ten of Swords, I don't know if you saw that, but they both came up in reverse. I don't read reversals. I read intuitively, but it does stand out to me. I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know how reversals end up in my deck because, I make sure that my cards aren't in reverse. But it is pretty interesting. And, the Chariot in reverse could say like two things. Number one, that you need to believe in yourself, because Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. Meaning if you want to accomplish something, if you truly believe you can accomplish it, you will. The other thing it can say is that you're not leaving something behind. He has this city behind him. And I always say that city behind him is a place where he grew up. It's a place where everything is the same. And now he's leaving that city. He's leaving that community so that he can go be different somewhere else. He's looking for a place where he can live life on his own terms. And, I think that's what this reading is really just talking about here, Sagittarius. Very simple. With the Five of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you just can't keep repeating a cycle is what I believe here. So it's almost like you have to bring something to an end. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Lovers. Of course, this could be a toxic lover. So, even though I personally read the Seven of Swords as a good card, it can absolutely still represent a liar, cheater, stealer. So, obviously, if you dealt with that, I would be careful, especially with the Devil showing up in a reading. And that's the other thing as well, is, like I tell people, I read holistically. I take every single card into account when I'm doing a reading. So, to me, it's irresponsible to, if I were to have like the Seven of Swords and a bunch of good cards, of course, I would say that the Seven of Swords is definitely positive, but you do have the Devil right here. So, just putting it all together, it definitely says, be careful of a toxic, ex-lover or something like that. With the Chariot, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, it's funny because I always say like the Chariot, he is like going and sowing his own wild oats, right? He is going and having his own new experiences. And Nine of Wands is my card of experimentation. So I definitely feel it'd be a great time for you to like experiment, try new things, try new ideas, work on new beliefs, or, just, try some of your new beliefs at this time. That could lead to a lot of success. In the area of what's coming in for you, this is the unexpected. You have this message of concern in this main male card. So again, if you're dealing with a past person, Ten of Swords, someone who stabbed you in your back, I would be super careful of that. They could be coming in with a message. It's kind of giving me the vibe. See this? Page of Swords to the Ten of Swords here. It's kind of giving me the vibes of a person who can almost sense when you've moved on, or a person who needs something. I'm kind of getting those two things here. So again, I don't know. Like, I think the message of concern card is saying you don't want to hear from this person. That's it, And so it could be a person. So again, if you need to block, although people can get around blocks and things like that, but maybe you just need to ignore them. You have the Emperor, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. See, I feel like you need to maintain this. You have this Building Blocks card, which I didn't even show you. But the Building Block card, she's like being built up. It's almost like Tetris. She's being lifted up by those blocks that are falling. And with the Emperor, that's kind of what I'm getting, is I feel like you need to keep focusing on the things that are building you up. We even see it here going Hierophant to the Ace of Pentacles. And, this to me could say that you're kind of trying to manifest some sort of dream. Even the Hierophant, he is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. So he communicates with both sides. And so it's like you're trying to manifest something like, a better life or, whatever. You even have this card at the end that says you will get what you wish for, but is it truly what you want? So, but again, that's showing up in the good stuff. So I feel like you're getting what you wish for. But I also feel it's going to require you to work with other people. Again, part of Pluto and Aquarius, I believe, is, partially the collective. As I always tell people, that does not mean we should blend in with a collective. That doesn't mean we should become part of some weird hive mind or something like that. But it does mean if you have an opportunity to co-create, I would take advantage of that. This could be co-creating on a business, on an idea, co-creating just having a wonderful experience with another person. It doesn't have to be love, as always. It could be any experience. But I would be taking advantage of all those types of opportunities because they're just going to be extra beneficial. They're just going to have an extra boost, right? And so I think it's worth it, is what I'm trying to say. And, I think the Three of Pentacles is saying that. You have the Ten of Swords. Again, I would just be careful of a past person who stabbed you in the back, plain and simple. Again, even though I said the Seven of Swords, I think is kind of good because I feel it's saying that you are seeing other ways of doing things. I also feel that, again, if you have a toxic person, you have a toxic person. So, I would avoid anyone who seems toxic or who is. With the Emperor, yes, this is, if I were you, this is the only thing I would pay attention to, right here. This diagonal right here, and maybe this here as well. This right here, I feel is you really connecting with Source, with that Hierophant. Like I said, he's a bridge between the heavens and the earth. He communicates with both sides. And so it's like, I think when you are connected, you are being led to, a big opportunity here. Ace of Pentacles is a big opportunity. But I think when you're disconnected, which is when maybe other people that cause problems in your life are getting all up in your energy field, that's when you're, that could be kind of like stopping you from moving forward. So, again, I think that limiting your exposure to toxic people is the name of the game for you this week, plain and simple. And again, embrace your unique ideas. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. But it's also, one of my favorite cards if you have a new idea, and you have two aces in that diagonal, which is amazing. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Temperance card. Yes, you have a choice, right? Temperance says you can turn a negative into a positive. You can also turn a positive into a negative. The choice is yours. It's also a card of patience, and also says you have the power to transform your life. And I do feel, just going to the star, that there are just things that, you have been saying to yourself, I would really like to have this. Those are like the words that I'm hearing in my head. You say, like, you would really like for something that you see as a dream to be possible, right? And I feel like you're making it possible sooner than you think as well. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles. I would focus on your own self, your own resources. This is exactly what I would do if I were you this week. I'm not saying that, again, if you get opportunities to co-create with people who are clearly positive, absolutely go for it. But I kind of feel the co-creation card is more talking about the future, meaning just throughout the rest of the future, you should be focusing on co-creation. But this week, again, if you get a good opportunity, take it. But for the most part, maybe it would be a good week for you to focus on your own resources, what you can do, how you can improve your life. And again, that could be another focus as well. Is like, again, if there is a person who's coming in, if they're coming in more of a support role that's helping support one of your ideas, then maybe that's a person you should consider working together with. But again, if you have a person where they want you to work with them for their ideas, maybe that's someone that you should avoid right now. I'm not saying that person is toxic or anything like that. I just think this reading is more saying, no, it's time for you to focus on this right here. Your star, your North Star, something great that you want to accomplish. And so I do feel it is a week where you should be like a little bit selfish with your energy, plain and simple. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this escape card, which I'm going to start here because we kind of saw this with the Chariot. And there is a Chariot like right here. So I feel for some of you, you could be getting out or trying to get out of a toxic situation. You could also be, I kind of feel like you're kind of getting, I don't want to say you're getting away with something here, but I kind of feel like you're avoiding disaster with that Devil. So if you've removed yourself from a situation, I feel like you're kind of seeing how, I think you're kind of seeing how it was a good thing that you got out of a situation. I'm not really getting blessing in disguise. I'm not getting like blessing energy here, but kind of. You have this extremism card. I keep telling people for the rest of your life, I would avoid extreme people, especially once we get to Neptune and Aries. Neptune and Aries, which will be, pretty much at the beginning of 2026. That is like extremism. And, the problem is we have to have our own ideas. And the problem with Neptune and Aries, although I don't think it's all bad, don't get me wrong, right? There's good and bad in all of it. But the problem with it is people looking for a savior. And really, the rest of the astrology is like, no, you need to save your own ass, right? No one's coming to save you. And so the problem is that every time Neptune goes into Aries, we have this rise in cults, for example. So, like all these cults spring out all over the place. And, it's because people are looking for answers. But really, the trick is to look for your own answers and also try to be, unbiased. Try to take this position right here, actually, the Two of Swords right next to it. It doesn't mean you can't have your own beliefs. It doesn't mean you can't believe one thing or the other. It just means, are your beliefs your own? And, that's what I encourage people to really make sure of, like, moving forward, is making sure it doesn't matter what you believe, right? All beliefs are welcome in the pond. But what matters is, what do you believe? Nothing else matters, right? You have the Devil. And so, again, I feel like for some of you, you're cutting something toxic out. Again, the funny thing about the Devil is it kind of represents that root chakra energy. These people, they have these animal horns on their heads, which represent like our baser instincts. And so you might be having some of those, some creative ideas, but I feel like they need to be brought up and out into the world. You have the Hierophant here. And so the Hierophant definitely could be you. I really feel this is more the connection. Again, for a small percentage of you, I do feel it's love. There could be an Earth sign coming in for you, by the way. But for the most part, again, I feel like this reading is really about you, something you're wishing for, which, love could be part of it. But, the thing is that the star is big picture. It's not, it's not just like one thing. Star is kind of like the Ten of Pentacles. Not exactly, but, Ten of Pentacles, building, leaving a legacy. Like, there's more to the star than just love. It's like more stuff. So I feel for a lot of you that this is more you kind of like trying to manifest a dream on Earth. You have the Page of Swords here, and Page of Swords is a card of immaturity. So I would be immature. I would be immature, yeah. That's not what I wanted to say. I would avoid immature people. I would also avoid any, like I said, toxic energy. At the same time, I feel a lot of people have been getting the Page of Swords nowadays, and I do think it's an amazing time for people to work on or to look for, to dig into mystery. Anything you're curious about, like anything you want to learn that you're curious about, I would dig into that. With the Devil, you have the Four Cups. This is what you deserve, is the Four Cups. Not the Four Cups, this Four Cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot. And you can see those 3 cups are pouring into 1 cup. So I feel like what you deserve is a person who actually fills up cups, who has more than enough to give, who is, not coming from an empty place. So, again, I feel that's kind of what you're more focused on for love. With the Hierophant, yes, I feel like you need to follow your heart at this time. Every single person gets the Queen of Cups. We are in a very heart-based time, I believe. I believe it's a thing that could probably save the world as well, as if people really followed what their heart is telling them to do and doing things in, joy, happiness, and doing the things they desire. So I believe that we're all being guided to, bring more of this stuff into the world, but we have to express it into the world. It's like, if you have some sort of crazy project idea or a YouTube video you want to create, a podcast you want to start, a piece of art you want to put into the world, it doesn't matter what it is. Maybe you want to raise goats in your backyard. I don't care. Again, if you're doing something to inspire people, then you're doing exactly what you should be doing spiritually, which is right here, the star. So again, whatever your whatever your passion is. And a lot of people say to me like, well, I don't have time and all this other stuff, which I understand, maybe you have children and all this other stuff, but it's like, even if you can just do a tiny little bit, every little bit counts, right? So, I feel this is saying like, how can you invite more of that heart-based energy into your life, which is more about you being selfish. Like I said, you kind of focusing on the things that you want to do. Yeah, look, with the Page of Swords, how can you do it? With the Page of Swords, you have the star. It's like you're looking at your North Star. Like, I feel like you are looking at something that could be very fulfilling, that you see as possible. I'm going to show you on this one because it's just easier to see, but she is pouring water onto the land here, and that water is coming from the pool of universal consciousness. It basically says what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. And so I feel like it's like you have an idea of what your North Star is. I feel like you just need to start working towards it with the star card. In the area of the good stuff, doesn't matter what shows up here, it's going to be good no matter what. You have this card that says, any dealings in real estate will be profitable at this time. There you go. It also says, build a solid foundation building blocks. You have that building blocks card. It says, prior to building several stories above it. I'm telling you right now, we are in a foundational time. I've literally been saying this, that, I think we need to focus on the foundational stuff. And you have this card that says, you will get what you wish for, but is it what you truly want? So I would say yes, it is, because it's coming up in the area of the good stuff. I feel this reading is saying that you need to make this wish come true right here, which is your, I think I've said this to you before, it's like your superlative life. Like, if you could add any superlative before what you want your life to be, that's what it would be. Like, amazing, exciting, great, whatever. I would, I think that you can live an extraordinary life, Sagittarius. I'm not saying it's going to be like super easy for you to manifest, but, I think you can. It's like the energy is there. And the star really wants you to focus on having a North Star, having, purpose in life, whatever that means for you. And that's what I feel like you're kind of creating here. I also kind of see you're seeing the possibilities of how you can manifest a wish. The Two of Swords kind of says this and that are true. She's stuck in a stalemate, but showing up in the area of the good stuff, it says that you could be seeing this new opportunity behind you. And this new opportunity is right here, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, literally the hand of God, reaching out, making an opportunity, or giving you an opportunity. And of course, it requires work, because the Ace of Pentacles is about kind of, planting a seed and raising it, kind of nurturing that seed into existence, raising it like a garden. And so I feel like that's what you're doing here, is you're kind of like nurturing something into existence with the Ace of Pentacles. Looks really good. Let's see. With the Two of Swords, you have the Page of Swords again. That's crazy. So I feel for a lot of you that you really need to, go towards a mystery, or something that's mysterious. Again, maybe you want to start a business and you're like, I don't know how to do it. It's like, learn. Maybe you want love and you don't know how to do it. Learn. I feel the Page of Swords is really curious. With the star, you have the Emperor here. Don't you have the Emperor twice? Yes, you have the Emperor twice as well. So I feel like I said, that you are taking action on your star. I don't really feel the Emperor as a person. It could be, but I feel the Emperor in your reading is more the action you're taking towards the star. We pretty much said the same thing on the Ace of Wands, which is, the Ace of Wands is that spark of hope, that spark of inspiration. The star is hope, faith, renewal. So, there is an element of hope with the star. It's like something, is giving you hope this week maybe. And it could be this opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. It's like a life-changing opportunity right here. I'm wondering if you've been trying to work towards something. Like, again, it feels like work or business to me, but take it how it resonates. Maybe you're trying to move or change your life in some way. And I kind of feel like the opportunity you've been waiting for this wish is kind of coming in. And, again, with the Ace of Pentacles, I would be making sure to really nurture it. It's really important. Like I said, when you think about it, Ace of Pentacles is like a garden. There's this garden in the front here of the card. And with the Ace of Pentacles, we have to nurture it. We have to, water it, weed it, fertilize it. We really have to take care of it. So, that's what I'll say there. You have this money path card. It says a path with money is waiting for you to find it. Right here, Ace of Pentacles. This is something you truly want. I feel like most of you already know what this is. Some of you could be like a side hustle that you're already doing. You're a Sagittarius. Do I need to say more? Probably not. For others, it could be like a different type of opportunity money-wise. Like maybe you move somewhere that's like cheaper but better, that type of thing. So, that could be happening. You have this hammock. It says taking a vacation, either physically or mentally. So every single person that had something about vacation. So there you go. You have this diamond. It says you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. I think you're receiving a gift from the universe, which is kind of like this hope. Something is giving you hope this week is more what it is. Take that hope and nurture it, turn it into something. I think that's your green light, is whatever this opportunity that's coming in for you is. So there you go. You have this career card. I'm going to clarify this one. Yeah, you have this crown. Honor and respect will come to you. If you're trying to build a following or if you're trying to get a raise or a promotion, this could clearly be like a raise or a promotion. You also have this staff card. It says you will be taken care of in difficult times. Yes, I feel like things are getting better and you're receiving a lot of abundance. So as always, pretty straightforward, Sag. I like this reading a lot for you. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.